Let's go. Hello, welcome back to another episode of Wealth in Christ podcast, a show where we inspire the masses to become financially free while building God's kingdom. On this podcast today will just be me, Dami. And we're quickly going to talk about my journey as an entrepreneur, some of the lessons I learned, some of the most rewarding part of my journey, and also how has fate play a role in my journey. I want to start from what has been the most rewarding part of this journey. The most rewarding part of my journey so far is the different people I have been able to network with, connect with, learn more about business. I've had about 15 to 20 different podcast guests, and I appreciate every single one of them for their time and their knowledge. Um, yeah, that's something definitely I don't take for granted on this entrepreneur journey is a network, and is you're only as good as the people as you know. Like the more people you know, and you take the information that they give you and you apply, it can definitely help you accelerate your business, accelerate your career, and that's something that definitely has helped me. Um, this is my network of people. Um, Another rewarding part about this journey so far would definitely be um, the different feedback I'm getting about the podcast, the good, the bad, from different people. Most specifically, the good of how some people would say this is something that they had access to when they was younger. To people telling me that it's helping them. To, what's the word? As helping them, you know, go back to God. Basically, go back to God before they make a decision. And also allow people to be more stewardly, be better steward of their money. Um, and lastly, for me, um, what has been making it very rewarding is my growth. I have grown tremendously over the past year. Um, managing this business, trying to grow it and scale it. And I've learned so much about myself, and probably wouldn't have learned so much in such a short time, if I did start this brand, Wealth in Christ. So it has definitely been rewarding. Um, yeah, so those are the few rewarding things about this journey so far. Um, and as rewarding as it is, there's also challenges that you do have to overcome. Um, there's a lot of challenges I had to overcome. One of the few challenges I had to overcome was how to basically make sure my business is a business. A lot of time, people think just having a brand, having an Instagram page, um, or a TikTok page or a YouTube page is just enough. No, like even to open a business account, you need to one, excuse me, make sure your business is registered. Whether it's an LLC, S corp, C corp, however your business you need to make sure it is registered. You need to make sure you have a website. You need to make sure you have like a virtual address. You need to make sure you have a phone. And those are the things I didn't really know how to do, and but do interviewing certain people, how they would take the information from these guests and also apply it to my life. So that was definitely a struggle in trying to make sure this business is an actual business. Um, One, and that's also I see that's something most people struggle with. Business is not a business until you have a business account. You have a website, you have a phone number, because that's what makes you look professional. And when you want to go and do things like get business loans or business funding, or you want somebody to pay you, you don't want them to pay you through your personal account and transfer. You want them to pay you through your business account. For many reasons. One, for tax reasons, and two, it just will make you look professional and very organized. So that's one of the struggle. Something I learned I had to overcome. Another thing that I had to overcome in this journey is being organized and um, being organized and with my time. you know, not saying I wasn't before, but being organized and able to know, okay, this is days I'm gonna record, this is days I'm not gonna record. This is days I'm gonna edit videos, create content, look at the analytics. Because you're not organized or you don't have good time management, this can be very this discollaborated. Hope I said that right. And that's what how it started from in the beginning. It was a lot, you know, um, it was a lot not having a set schedule when I'm going to do certain things or when I want to reach out to guests to come on. Um, Having a system in terms of reaching back to guests. So once I figure out, okay, on certain these days, I'm going to use, let's say, for example, Monday and Wednesday, or the day I'm going to reach back to guests who I reached out the past following week. Um, so once I was able to apply a system like that, a day where I will edit videos, a day that I will go through the podcast and listen to it and things of that sort to make sure and edit any part that needs to be edited. Um, that's when I started. It became a little much easier to post. It became much easier. Um, just do things in terms of that, then because I must say video editing and things of that sort is not my forte or something I completely enjoy doing. Cause it does take time, trying to find the right clips, the right nuggets supposed to get people to go and watch the videos. But in anywho, definitely thank God for wisdom and guiding me in terms of how to knowing how to do things that sort. And with time management, I have a certain time, put aside to edit the videos, so it can come out when the video that put the podcast is ready. Another struggle I had to overcome, or what I'm still going through, is understanding that it's okay. It's not as okay and not being perfect. Not everything has to be perfect. Just things just need to get done. And that's something I learned from the podcast episode with Mr. Ken, which was the forgot what it's called, a virtual assistant company. And basically, he talked about, like at the end of the podcast, you guys watched it. He spoke about how it's not about just trying to get things perfect, waiting for everything to be perfect. It's best to just do things, get things done. Because one, it saves time when you try to do things. 'Cause you can't, nothing's gonna be perfect. You get better over time, and that's something I had to learn. I'm still learning that you get better over time. The videos aren't come out as smooth as you need to. These clips are not come out as smooth as you need to. Even this podcast I'm recording may not come out the way I necessarily need to, but it will definitely get the job done. Not saying that you definitely don't want to sharpen your skill, but over time you can do that. It's not something you need to completely focus on in that minute, because you lose opportunity trying to focus so much and get things done in such the right way, instead of just get it done, put it out there. Because even some videos I put out there that I didn't think was going to be do so well did well. So you never know how things are going to play out. So that's something I learned. Just do things. Just stop trying to be a perfectionist. That's the word. Um, and that's something I'm still struggling with. But sometimes that's probably one of the reasons I find it hard sometimes to create content, because I'm trying to make it perfect. And things like that. So sometimes being perfect, but done is better than perfect. I guess done is better than perfect, and I hope that makes sense to you guys to understand that done is better than perfect. You don't need to have the perfect video. You don't need to have the perfect plan. As long as you get it things done, and that's what really matters. Another thing I've been able to learn, or a challenge I had to overcome, is 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 uh is being able to invest myself. Being able to want to invest in courses and books. Oftentimes, people don't necessarily invest anything unless it's college. I haven't necessarily invested in anything personally for my self growth, and it's important to invest in yourself. 'Cause that's only you're gonna get better. Because the better you get as a person, the better your work will get. The better the product you will create is better. And I had to understand that I couldn't just do everything on my own. And with getting a mentor, with reading different books, it helps you understand, you know, and do things more efficiently. It helps you get to the next level, which Christ wants you to go to. Like it helps you, but trying to do everything your own. Yes, you can do everything your own, but it's still done a process. But having a mentor could save you time. It could save you money. It could save you having to make the same mistake. A lot of mistakes I have made. I wish if I had gotten a mentor soon enough, I probably wouldn't make that mistake. Um, so that's pretty much the three things I learned. One, time management. Um, perfect is better. Done is better than perfect. And three, the points of having a mentor or investing in yourself, whether it's through a course or reading books, it definitely helps accelerate the process. Um, and now the most important thing is fate. I feel like fate has definitely carried me in this journey. Because not every day do I want to create content. Not every day do I want to post something, but knowing that God gave me this vision of wealth in Christ, um, one is assurance that as long as I continue to be disciplined and consistent and trust in His word, that the plan of wealth in Christ, what wealth in Christ should be, like everything it needs to be and should be, it would definitely come into fruition. And that's something I have to remind myself because sometimes it's just, videos don't go as great as possible. And that's when that's when I find I need to go to God. That's when I go to God the most. Um, and that's where I find peace even when through those moments when things are not going right. You know, having to record podcasts is over and over. Is not the most fun thing to do. But still, when you have faith in Christ, definitely give you assurance and give you joy. That no matter what, no matter what you're going through, just to know that I have Christ, backing me up. I have Christ, supporting me means more than anything to me. And I thank God for that. I thank God, for looking out for me in so many different ways, giving me different ideas. Um, that's how I came with the talk with Dami every Monday at 3 p.m., just sitting down, meditating, and just the idea popped in my head and I ran with it. Um, and I ran with it. I believe that was definitely God sent for me to start the IG live because, I've been looking and praying for ways to, one, grow and interact with my audience more. Um, two, um, yeah, basically that was pretty much a grow audience, grow my platform. That's really the goal for me this year. Like this year, yes, making money is great, but it's definitely having an audience, um, having an audience to talk and spread his news to. Because that's what makes the brand. That's what keeps the brand going. And I thank God for that idea. I thank God for those who have been tuning in, and I hope it's been blessing you guys so far. Um, so yeah, my faith, just even when I'm down, God will allow somebody to text me or something to encourage me. Like the person wouldn't even know what I'm going through, but it would just send me a random text. Like, oh, great job on this video. This video spoke to me. Um, and it's definitely helped. Like even this one time, I think I went to this barbecue or something. And this guy came up to me like, I see you on TikTok. I'm like, you see me on TikTok? I'm like, yeah. And I don't know this person. And just having that, knowing that people actually see what I'm doing and knowing that God is guiding my footstep, um it's definitely a great feeling. So I definitely will encourage everybody to definitely make having a relationship with Christ a priority. You know, it's not easy being a Christian. It's not easy being a business owner. It's not easy being a content creator. Um, but it's definitely possible. Everything could be. It's possible to do both. Especially when you have Christ. And He's guiding you, He's supporting you. But you yourself, you have to want to talk to Him. You have to want to listen to Him. Like He talks in so many ways, and you just need to be able to listen and hear Him. Um, and that's what I have to continue to guide me because some days I'm just like, yeah, I don't know if this is gonna work, but as the days, I will have these ideas. God bless me by them, just encourage me. Um, when I'm reading through the Bible, reading through the Bible, or if you send somebody to text me, that has definitely helped. And and I say all of this, my faith gonna continue to carry me on. And that's what's gonna allow Wealth in Christ continue to grow. Allow Christ become, what I dream of, or what God has in store for Wealth in Christ. So being that say, um, I also want to remind people that I have created an investing study guide, which is step by step that show you how you got to get started in the stock market today. You can get it on my website at www.wealthinchristbrand.com. Um, and that's pretty much it. And you guys can stay tuned for next week's episode and enjoy the rest of your week.